Hi guys, I'm Erica and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for being here again. So this week the topic is going to be setting your kids up for the world for success. A lot of us rely too much on these school systems to teach our kids what they need to get through life. We gave them life, so we have to prepare them for that. They're just giving them the education that they need, the simple things, reading, writing, arithmetic. That is it. That's all. Maybe PE every once in a while. But there is so much more than just that these kids need. When I left home, I didn't know what a W-2 form was. I didn't know what taxes was. I didn't know how to file them. I didn't know what I was filing them for. I feel like some parents feel like they don't have to do that because once you're 18, then you're on your own. When in reality, that's not where we leave our children. Like, we do not leave our children at the age of 18. They're still children technically because they're going off into a world where they don't know anything. They're still trying to figure it out. They're starting new. They're fresh. They're babies all over again. It's so many things that a lot of parents do not incorporate, and we tend to forget about that. I know that, like I said, when I left, I didn't appreciate certain things. Like, I didn't know how important your credit is. Your credit is very important. We all know that. Like, credit can get you a lot of things, a lot of places, and we can't rely on the school system to say, hey, don't mess up your credit, or hey, this is how you file your taxes, or hey, you're supposed to file taxes every year. Nobody tells you that. And we have to prepare our children for that, honestly. Another thing is we have to prepare them for budgeting. Now, budgeting is important because they eventually gonna have to pay their own bills, and not everybody is prepared to budget their money in the right way they should. Like, yeah, just because you get paid every week or every 2 weeks, that money is always yours. It's not. It goes to the water bill, it goes to the cable bill, it goes to the internet bill, it goes to the electric bill, it goes to all the bills that you need in life, like, to get through in your home, rent, all of that. Which brings me to my next thing. We have to stop preparing our children to rent and start preparing them for mortgages. We forget that there is someone else who is making all of this 10 times over, all this money 10 times over off of these houses and apartments, when these kids need to learn how to, or young adults need to learn how to, what a mortgage is, how to pay a mortgage, where you could get a mortgage from, how to own your own, just how to own your own, period. These are some big things that a lot of kids, a lot of people, a lot of young adults don't know nothing about because they see our parents renting. I was raised in rental homes and everything. And even though my grandmother was the budget queen, you couldn't tell her nothing when it comes to budgeting. Thing is that I thought that was the way of life. I thought that, okay, once you get your own, you rent a place, you pay the bills, and that's what it is. No, that is not the case at all. Here's the thing. There are so many people nowadays that are renting homes, to live in, and they don't realize that there are $800, $900, $1,200, $1,500 homes that they're renting every single month. You're paying 10 times over. Like, it's craziness, and we don't take into account that is a big thing. Now, another thing is, it's nothing wrong with renting your place. Nothing. There is not a thing wrong with it. But the thing becomes is when you get stagnant. Now, I feel like renting is a stepping stone. It helps you know how to maintain a home. You start off with rent, because once you get to owning your home, you're paying everything. Most rental places, you don't pay everything, every single bill. You don't take care of everything. Now, when you own your own home, you are paying the mortgage, you got to pay the taxes on the house, you got to pay the garbage, you got to pay for the, what else is it? You got to pay all the bills, like, electric, gas, all of that. If something breaks, you can't call a landlord. You are the landlord. You got to fix it. You got to find somebody who can fix it. And that's going to cost a lot of money. These are the things that, like, kids, young adults do not have no clue about, but they're jumping into life thinking that it's easy. Oh, I seen my mom do it. I seen my dad do it. I can do it too. You can do it too. They can do it too, but we have to prepare them. Everybody has to prepare them. Like I said before, it takes a village to raise children. And in that village, we have to be able to teach them how to maintain their own village, their own home, their own peace of mind. And if they don't know how to pay a bill properly, they don't know how to budget their money properly, they don't know how to manage their time properly, then how will they be able to maintain anything? How will they be able to get through? Every day is going to be a struggle. And we all know that life is not easy. And that's another thing that we have to teach our kids. A lot of people don't teach their kids that life is not easy. It will not be easy. It never will be easy. There's going to be trials and tribulations, but it all comes to pass. But a lot of people just teach their kids or show them the good times. Like, okay, yeah. But they don't show them the bad times, the times that it's a struggle. And even though it's hard sometimes as parents to show your children, oh, this is a struggle, that's what we have to do, because then they know that not every day is going to be the easiest day in the world. Not every day is going to be just easy peasy. It's not. You're going to have days where you're trying to figure out where your next check coming from. It's going to be days where you got to figure out how your car going to get fixed or things like that. You have to take into account on what these kids may go through, because we're grooming them to be all that they can be. A lot of parents groom their children just for college and then expect for college to do the rest of the job, because you go live in a dorm and you're on your own, but you're not paying bills in college other than probably, college debt. But other than that, you're not paying bills in college. Excuse me. You're just not. You're not. You might get time management in college because you have to adjust to all the different classes that you have and things like that. And there is nothing wrong with going to college. College is good, but not every child goes to college. They're not ready for that, or they just don't want that path. And that's something that has to be prepared for. A lot of people get so upset with their kids, like, oh, you got to go to college. But when they don't want to go to college, or they're not prepared to go to college, it's for a reason. It's for a reason, because kids can't be sheltered all the time. Because once they get out into that world, they're going to do things that they thought was right that it's not. They're going to have to unthink those things and undo that all of that. They're going to have to undo it all. So that's not where we want our kids to be. At the end of the day, we have to see the long road for them. Even though a lot of people, they're done parenting at the age of 18. I've seen a lot of parents say, oh, well, you're 18 now, figure it out. And then wonder why kids can't pay their bills on time and need help all the time, or why they don't get how to file taxes. Like I said, when I left home, I had to get a classmate when I was in school to tell me, what is tax time? Like, what does that mean? How do I file them? Thank God for TurboTax at the time, because that's who I was, who she showed me through was TurboTax. Another thing is, a lot of kids will just sign stuff after, or a lot of young adults will just sign stuff after someone just says, oh, this is what it says. Oh, this says this. That is craziness. We have to teach our kids to read everything before they put their signature on anything, because they could be signing their life away to anybody to do anything. Your signature means so much in this world. Your credit is another thing. A lot of people keep forgetting, like the kids turn 18 and it's just like, oh, you could get this in your name now, you get that in your name now, or you could do this on your own now. It's like, okay, but do you tell them the consequences of it? When you tell them they can go get their own phone bill now, pay their own phone bill, do you tell them the consequences of if they don't pay that phone bill? If after, what happens if they go into collections? What is collections? These are the things that a lot of kids don't know. A lot of young kids, 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, even 20-year-olds have no type of clue about. And they get out into this world and be so unprepared for what's next in their lives. Some kids nowadays, I'm learning that a lot of these millennial kids are into starting their own business, which I'm here for all the entrepreneurs. Anybody who knows me knows that I love entrepreneurs, especially because I have my own networking business and I love for people to network. So my thing is, if they're going to be entrepreneurs, you need to tell them what forms they need to fill out. What's a LLC? You don't have to go to school for everything. Don't get me wrong. Business classes will help. Going to business school could help. But you don't need all of that all the time. You just don't. And it's honest. We all know that. If you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a psychiatrist, well, that's a doctor, but you understand what I'm saying. If you want to be all of that, then yeah, you need formal training. But as for trying to do something that is a craft for you, you just get up and do it and find the right paperwork that you're supposed to put in, fill out, and get down and dirty the business, because entrepreneurship is not easy. And that's another thing. A lot of people will encourage these kids to be anything in the world. You could be all, like when you're in elementary school, they tell you you can be anything you put your mind to. You could be president. You can be, when you get to high school, they say, oh, well, you can do this if you want to. You could be a writer. You can have your own business. You could do that. But they don't tell you how you can do it. They don't tell you how you can do it because they wait for you to get to college or want to go to college. And not everybody want to do that. And that's where the problem comes in at, because they don't tell you that entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not easy. Excuse me. It's a battle. It's a fight. It's knock down, drag out fight all the time. Entrepreneurship will, listen, it will show you who the fighters are, because you have to get up every day and use that career that you want, because it's all a mindset. You have to use that career that you want and use it like it's a 9 to 5. So the same way you go and you work hard for these other companies that you just get a job at and you get a paycheck every 2 weeks, every week, you have to put that same effort and drive into your own craft, your own business, no matter what, because nobody's going to go as hard as they can, as they will, for your own business, but you. If you believe in it, nobody can stop you from it. What else is there? Oh, so another thing with entrepreneurship is not just about how you manage your time, it's what you're doing in that time that you're managing it. Everybody has to know that you have to continue to do what you say you're going to do, hold yourself accountable. And that's another thing. A lot of people don't teach their kids to think positive. So it's a difference between beating yourself up and taking accountability. Beating yourself up is talking down on yourself. Oh, I couldn't do everything I wanted to do on my list today, on my to-do list today. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is not going to happen for me. Nothing's going to change. That's beating yourself up. Taking accountability. Hey, I made this list today. I got 2 or 3 things done. I couldn't get the whole list done, but I got a good number of things done. But tomorrow's going to be better. Oh, I know that this is just the obstacle, but I'm going to get over it. Having that positive mindset will put you on the right track. so many young adults have a picture of what they think life is, or what it's going to be like once they're out of their, childhood home, or once they are able to say I'm grown, or once they turn 18. In all reality, a lot of them are going out into this world unprepared, and we have to prepare them by any means necessary, because they are our future. They are the ones that can either be the next president, the next Fortune 500 company. They are the ones that will be the next tech company. Excuse me. They are the ones that are going to mold the younger generation, but we have to show them first. We have to teach them first. It starts with us. Like I say, and like I've said before, and I keep saying it, everything starts at home. It starts at the head, and you have to push these kids, and it's not always going to be easy, but some of these things are key components that young adults need to have, and they just miss out on it. So the key points today in this video is making sure our kids know what taxes are, how to fill out those tax forms, what they're for, and how they can benefit their lives. Budgeting, what budgeting can do for them, how to do it, and time management. Time management is big, and I know a lot of people don't even learn time management until they get to college, which is craziness, because you need time management all through your life. Not just while you're in college, you need it before you go to college, after college. You need to know that. Reading everything. Reading is the key component to everything. Read everything before it's being signed by anybody, no matter who's giving it to you. Make sure that your child knows to read it first, then sign it. It may be a bunch of papers, and that might be the thing that takes the child back or the young adult back to say, dag, I don't want to read all of this, or this is not important, so I'm going to just sign it because they already told me what it is. No, read it first, because you never know what's in that fine print. You never know what's on page 33 that could really be the thing that stumps you for real. And most importantly, your credit, and where your credit can get you, what it's for, what it can, how it can affect you positively, negatively. These are the things that are really, really important, and we cannot leave our kids just going out in the world saying they're 18 and they can figure it out, because not all kids can, not all young adults can. They have to either make a mistake to figure it out, and we all know the last people you want to play with is the I, the R, and the S at all. So let's just be mindful that we have to be the ones to set our kids up for success. That's pretty much it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure that you guys keep coming back, because there'll be another video next week. Thanks, guys.